Hello, good evening, and welcome to Heat 4 of Noki 2020. How exciting is this? I know, who would believe that 4 weeks in to the competition, it's Heat 4 already. Amazing how time flies, isn't it, when you're having so much fun? But welcome, the new online UK Comedian of the Year 2020, run from here. Noki 2020 HQ Towers, if you will. We're broadcasting live from Northern, South Manchester, but then right across the UK with tonight. How many we got tonight? We have got 11. Oh, my phone's nice and busy on those. Thank you very much. I'll mention those in a minute. Yes, where we have 11 contestants for you. Amazing stand-up comedians of some really new, really green to it. Some been going a couple of years, 2 to 3 years. 3 years, the limits, all right, the rules on that. So don't want anyone being naughty and pushing that. Get yourselves out of here now, if that's the case. But I'm sure it's not. No, everyone's very honest and upfront with us. And yeah, well, look, if the last 3 weeks are anything to go by at all, the quality has been absolutely amazing. Such a hard decision for the judges every week to just put 2 people through, as they're going to again this week. Oh, look, here we go. We've got some people getting on the cheering for their favorite acts already. So yeah, the names were running along the bottom. You'll see them throughout the show. If there's someone that you're cheering on, this is kind of the first ask. Have I even introduced myself? Hello, I'm Kev Rook. I'm your host and MC this evening. Didn't even think to introduce myself. Straight into 4 weeks, you see. We're so familiar now, aren't we? We've grown so close over this time. So yeah, if you've got a favourite that you're cheering on, please do get into the comments. That's really important. And for those of you now, it's ticking up over and into the 40s just on this stream. So that's nice. Keep that going. The main thing you can do for us really is share. Give this, not the singer, but hit that share button wherever it is that you are watching, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can share that, but probably then just to Facebook or Twitter, I'd imagine. I don't really know how they work, but yeah, if you could give it a share, let people know that you're watching this amazing show. I know 4 minutes in, and it's just been me so far. I do apologize, but we've got 11 amazing acts coming up, as I said. Hopefully some of them looking as sharp as I do. Hey, with me new haircut, amazed. There's been, oh look, here you go, I like that one. Still here for 4th week. Well, good on you, Lynn Lorraine. You're an absolute champion for that. You're the main winner from this, I think. Brilliant effort. And today cheering for Matt McCann. So funny. We will see. Where's he on the running order? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to spoil that for you yet. But don't need to. They're running along the bottom. You can see there. That's the running order that they're on in. So you'll know when your favourite's going to be on. But look, even if you're just watching neutrally, from a neutral point of view, please do. Anyone that you are, Regina, loving the shirt. A little story about the shirt. I'll tell you that in a bit later on as well. But look, share it about, please do. Comments as well, gratefully received. Of course they are. Give us a follow at Nodding Dog Comedy on Facebook. That would be amazing. We do this, we do loads of stuff, live gigs. We're out and about doing real ones now as well. I say real, you know, like you there'd be a few 50-odd-year-old comics out there who say, oh, you're not in a shitty upstairs room of a pub, it's not a real gig. But no, we're doing real gigs to 150 people outdoors at the moment, and it's been an absolute blast. We're about to set off on a little tour of the Northwest as well, so I'll plug that. I've got my own agenda for being here. I'll plug my own stuff, as well as I said, my pretty sharp haircut, has to be said, which I delayed for, well, the last 6 months. I did it once at one point myself, just got the clippers out on it. I was getting quite depressed, like a few of us were. Best that we don't talk about that. But no, I did. I braved it, headed down to the local, let's be honest, shitty barbers. You know, £7. You can probably tell it was £7. But yeah, to finally get it done, or COVID Central, as I now call it. Absolutely fucking riddled in there. Delighted as well. My barber, if you're watching, was one of the chin wearers when it comes to the face mask as well, which I find, I think I knew this already, that it does bugger all. Doesn't help, of course it doesn't, if your nose is out. It just means as well that he had to breathe twice as hard through his nose because his mouth was covered. So I could just feel a constant stream as he moved around me of nose air, let's call it nose air. It probably is that, isn't it? Yeah, delightful experience. I was just too British and polite to say anything about it, unfortunately. So hopefully, you know, I don't know how long. They give you a few weeks, don't they, after you get it? So hopefully I'll still be here for the final, September the 20th. But no, look, we've got a great, am I nominated for anything? Says probably I've been nominated to be on a few different types of lists. I'd imagine that somewhere there's probably some. Award season is not yet upon us, so we don't worry about that. The accolades for what we're doing, that's fine. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I have. This is the shirt. You wouldn't have been able to see it. Oh, thanks. Other people liking it as well. That I wore in Heat 1 when you couldn't see me. When I just looked like a ghost, pretty much, on the screen. Chris Wright saying, "Get it shared." I like that. That's yeah, we should do that. Woo comedy from Dan. This is lovely. Look, this is what I love about this. On a Sunday night, sweating in my lounge. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Getting together, supporting new acts of comedy, getting you guys on board as well. And look, there is a special way for you to support us, which I may have mentioned 1 or 2 times over the previous 3 and a bit weeks. Look, if you're enjoying the shows, if you like the content that we put out, you can help feed the dog, as it says on screen at the moment. Just click on the link that's in the comments. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, about the fact that I was made redundant this week. Don't let that influence you whatsoever. We're literally powering the internet in our house, burning books, clothes, furniture, everything to keep the show going, rather than eating at the moment. But don't let that influence you at all. If you do enjoy it though, and you want to do it for any other reason other than that one, by all means, chuck us 1 or 2 quid. That would be gratefully received. It really would. So we've got a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. 11 acts, all doing their thing. So look, we're not there in person, face to face. They can't hear your applause, your laughter, obviously, on this medium. It's not like a real gig, is it, Kev? That's why it's not like a real gig. It's not real comedy, is it? Fucking get with the times. This is what's happening at the moment, and all these guys are making the absolute most of it, as everyone has every heat so far. And it's been a joy. It has really been a joy doing these. I'm talking like it's nearly over. Fucking halfway through. Ages to go yet. Ages. But look, yeah, all great acts coming up. All we need from you, loads of comments, loads of shares, chuck us a couple of quid if you get a chance, and we're going to have a wonderful time over the next hour and a half. something like that. Is that good? You up for that? Is that all right? Now, obviously, as a MC, normally my job would be to get the crowd going with some great material, which tick, done that bit, obviously. That bit's nailed. But also, look, it's nice, isn't it? Wherever you are in the country, it's nice if you can do real rounds of applause for us. Maybe even send some pictures in of you clapping along. Record it. Play it in the back. Brainstorming. Don't do that now, Kev. Now is not the time. But what I normally like to do is pick a place, don't I, in the country of where we start our applause. And what I also normally do is write down where everyone's from. Haven't done that. Just remembered. Completely slipped my mind. So I'm just might make it up. I might attach a town to some people. But tonight, I tell you what, let's go Maverick. Let's start it in just up the road, not here. Let's start it in Didsbury, okay? Just up in Didsbury. So if you're in Didsbury watching this at the moment, I want you to be our crowd cheerers. You're going to start the applause. It's going to spread all over the UK. People in France. Shall I do the accent? No, I won't do the accent. We'll look over and say, oh, because French people don't necessarily have an accent. That'd be racist. I wonder what's going on in England this evening. It must be Kev's comedy show Nocky 2020. You see, you can do it in a normal voice, guys. You don't have to do that in some horrible racist kind of tone like that for it to be funny. You see, it was still very funny, me just doing it as myself, as I'm sure you'll all agree. Chris Wright suggesting we should contact it. Oh, already have, mate. Long story, short story, to be honest with you. Tick that box as well, mate, already. Greetings from a secret location south. Nathan's back. Hello, Nathan. My nemesis of the online gig. Look, I've had complaints in the past. My mum's even on there from Stopfold in Hertfordshire. Hello, Mum. Good to know you're still alive. You're battling the COVIDs there. That's it. Keep the furniture against the doors. That really will. And don't phone me as well, because they can get in down the phone line. So that's why I've not been in contact, Mum. Just protecting you there, honestly. Okay, should we get started? Are we ready for some real comedy on the go? I think we are. Our first act this evening is a boy. You've just seen his name go across the bottom. Yeah, okay, thanks. Put that one up on screen. Jess is there, of course. Jess is there. Thank you, Jess, for all your support. Look, we just want you to have a fantastic time. So laugh out loud. Don't be ashamed to do that at home. Laughing at the internet. Yeah, it's been going for years, Grandad. All right, we haven't invented it. It's not been invented for comedy and COVID. I need to get over that, don't I? My little what else is going on? Good luck, Matt. Loads. Greetings from LA. Oh, so sorry, everyone. We're going mad now. The timekeepers out there that we have. I did. This could be a big. Hang on, let me wipe the sweat off my top lip. Hi, Mr. Steve Ryan, sir. Hello, sir. He could be a producer who, no, everyone is, aren't they, in LA? Out of work actor or producer. If you want to bring me over, mate, I would be absolutely delighted to be out of work in. I'm out of work in England. To be out of work in LA. If I should have done the French accent, shouldn't I? I'll do some accents. I'll do a bit of a audition later on. I think I posted it in a LA comedy forum and said you're welcome to watch, and hoping that exactly that would happen. It's a dream come true. Look, I've wittered on for long enough, not as long as I did in week one, which garnered complaints. I'll have you know, complaints to my boss. I'm the boss. Get over it, losers. So all I need you to do in Didsbury, please. First of all, where are you? Up there, just about. If you could start the applause, just a little ripple effect, and if that could spread out to maybe Chorlton and Withington a little bit from there. My knowledge on this bit's going to be really good locally, and then go out the window. You'll see there might be some big jumps. Maybe out to Stockport. I can hear you just about. It spreads a bit farther. Oh, Birmingham. That's probably next. Right down south, all around the country. Please welcome to the stage the amazing Joseph Mulvihill.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the flat. That's genuinely the place that has made me realize that landlords and, I guess, well, landladies have... Yeah, landladies, of course, 2020. Women can be the enemy of the proletariat too now. They have no idea what the average person finds important on, like, day-to-day living. My flat looks like it was furnished by someone asking Prince Charles, "Hey, buddy, what do you think poor people like?" And then gave him £200, an IKEA catalogue, and a concussion and just let them go wild for 30 minutes. I currently have in my kitchen a 24 bottle wine rack that has so far only been used for half a bottle of Ribena and a couple of rolls of tinfoil. Where, in contrast, my bathroom, use that place all the time, love it. I have noticed that there has not been a lock on it for the entirety of me living here, which has been a bit of a pain in the arse, but still, it's the wine rack that gets on my nerves. It niggles at me every time I come home and see it, because it's like coming home to a child that I can't financially support. Like, I could fill it up with a couple of bottles of cheap wine every weekend, but now I've used the child metaphor. That seems a bit sinister. Really, it's the lock thing. Like, I've lived in a city centre for 7 odd years now. I have no expectation of privacy or even decency anymore. I have the same guy look in my bedroom window about 3 times a week. And at this point, I think he's either going to rob me or he thinks Manchester's opened up its first zoo. Because he doesn't seem to be into take anything other than pictures. So I think I'm safe on the robbery side. It's just, he's now got too into it. Like, he doesn't even give me the weird look around that we all do when we know we've been caught looking at something we really shouldn't. Now he does the incredibly sinister thing of just smiling and waving at me, which isn't neighborly at all. Realistically, it just sends my anxiety through the roof. Because I know for every second that he isn't holding on to that, like, for every second that he's waving at me, he's not holding on to the ladder. And considering the apartment floor that I'm on is particularly dangerous for him. All right. Cheers. I think that's been my time. Thank you very much, guys.
Fantastic, brilliant start, Joseph. Let me be, as I'm sure everyone else is out there, mate, giving you a massive round of applause. Always difficult going first at a gig, especially one like this. You haven't got the other people the benefit of seeing them throw themselves into it as well. But brilliant stuff. Love that. Some lovely lines in there. Beautiful. So yeah, true story. I was actually made redundant this past week. This year just gets better and better and better, doesn't it? But I'm one of the lucky ones. I've got, at least I've got my comedy skills to fall back on, haven't I, guys? So yeah, I am. True story. That when they, I had the conversation when they told me that I was made redundant. I was actually at a petting farm at the time, so at least I got to stroke a goat afterwards. And I guess not everyone. Maybe they should send a goat. You'd know though, wouldn't you, if you saw your boss with a tethered kid. Goat kid, obviously, coming down your driveway. That's probably bad news. But I got to stroke a goat. It's not a euphemism. After I've been made redundant, so I was all right. When crying into the sheep pen. Yeah, do have pens, don't they? Brilliant start, Joseph. Thank you very much. Look, should we keep the round of applause and the momentum going? Should we do just that? Let me look on my little list here. Oh, okay. This next chap, very much looking forward to this. Some brilliant stuff on the way, I'm sure. So put your hands together, Northern Disbury, wherever you are, Potter's Bar in the UK. Where did we ever go out before? Telford? Was it? I forget now. So fickle. Put your hands together. Go wild. Go crazy. And welcome to the stage, the fantastic Lorne McCormack.
Hello. My name's Lorne McCormack, and I'm a fat bastard. It's been 2 hours since my last fish supper. Sorry, is this not Slimming World Online? Ooh. See, I know a lot of you are thinking, how the fuck did they get Keanu Reeves to show up to this shit? 69 dudes. Yeah. But strange. It's been a strange kind of week. I have to say, I should apologise. I'm running a wee bit late. I was a wee bit late getting here, but I was once told that you should never turn down a blowjob. Although my throat's a wee bit sore now, slight taste in my mouth. But how often do you see your uncle? You know, it's not like he's round every day, is it? Yeah, that's for sure. But as I said, my name's Lauren, L-O-R-N, no E. So in fact, not named after a fucking sausage. So if I all my life grew, I said, what's your name, pal? Lauren. Is that like fucking Lauren sausage? I usually say, yeah, it is actually. My parents were mentally ill and they had an unhealthy obsession with breakfast foods. You should meet my brother, Crispy Bacon. My little sister, aye, Bola. Bola, aye, Bola fucking Frosties. Now fuck off. Yeah, but like I say, it's been a strange kind of a week for me. My wife's left me after 12 years. Yep, she finally got her eyesight back. Thank you very much, miracles of modern fucking science there. But we do have our problems, I must admit, we do have our problems. The biggest one being trying to find my penis. Well, no, not literally the biggest one. I understand, quite the opposite, really. But yeah, but we're trying to do the right thing. We've got 3 kids, so we're doing the whole joint custody bit. So they're coming to see me every 2nd March, I believe. And the little fuckers have told me they don't want to come next year. So we'll see how that pans out. Of course, I had to go to the doctor this week as well, which is something I never enjoy doing, but these things have to be done. I get there and he says, Mr. McCormick? I said, yes. It's only 2 of us early, you know. And he says, do you realise when we say 5 a day, we're not talking about KFC bargain buckets? I said, yeah, I get that. He says, oh, we've got some unusual results in your blood test. I said, your blood types come back Ben and Jerry's. Right. And then he jumps out of the seat and he's going, shh, 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 shh. I said, what? He says, oh, sorry, Mr. McCormick, for a moment there, I thought I could hear you getting fired. I thought, fucking hell. He says, oh, I see in your file you're a smoker. I said, yeah, I'm trying to stop. I know it's terrible. It's a filthy habit. You could cause cancer and things. Wouldn't worry about that, Mr. McCormick. I said, oh, how's that? He says, oh, you'll be a long time dead from a heart attack before cancer ever gets hold of you. I thought, what a cheeky bastard, yeah. So I ate the cunt. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name's Lauren McCormick. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Until next time, cheeseburger!
Great stuff. Thank you very much, Lauren. Enjoyed that greatly. Some lovely bits in there. Brilliant. Not that it's up to me to judge. Obviously, all that pressure I pass on to our locked away deep in an underground bunker. So, as I say every week, it's far from topical now, either, is it? So there are no Russian influences. There was nearly funny. About 3 weeks ago, looked at why can't I talk? Robert McGregor smashing Lawn, excellent, brilliant. Look, I love it. All the comments, keep those coming, because this is sort of the connection for our acts with the outside world, not having that audience in front of them tonight. So look, just keep those comments coming, keep showing the love, keep sharing as well, build it up, let everyone know what you're watching. But a brilliant start to the show. Thank you so much, Joseph and Lawn, and very embarrassing for me, because when I spoke to Lawn for the first time, I said, oh, Lawn, I've not heard that name before, like the sausage. So yes, he's right. There's loads of fuckers all over the place. Must do that to him, I imagine, as well. So sorry, Lawn, a little bit embarrassing there. Where are we going to next? I see. Yes, here we are. So act number 3 is coming up. Brilliant as well. Yeah, brilliant, Lawn Dog. It was brilliant start. And it is trickier going on earlier on in this. I mean, I haven't warmed up. Some people say I don't during the whole 2 hours. But no, brilliant start. Thank you, Lawn and Joseph, as I said there. Should we go to Act 3? I think we're all ready to go here. I think we are. Loads of love. Howder as well, who was on previous week. Thank you, mate. You joining in as well. Look, start that round of applause in Didsbury, in South Manchester. Let's ripple that around the UK now. Over into Wales, up into Scotland, wherever you may be. Please show loads of love and support for the brilliant Angela Legg.
Hello, thank you so much for having me to perform. Okay, I've got a song for you. It's something I wrote back before lockdown, so it's kind of looking back on those good times when we could, you know, go visit our buddies and not have to worry about giving them a deadly virus. So I wrote this song myself, but I'd like to say that it's not about me. I'd really like to say that. Okay, here we go. I have many fuck buddies. I've sent 1,000 nudes. I have very hairy armpits and I flirt with all the dudes. If a cute guy asks me nicely, I am sure to show my boobs. He'll soon be rather startled by the mess that is my pubes. My bedroom's full of condoms and a dozen flavoured lubes. Within seconds I'm wide open and he's filling up my tubes. 'Cause I'm a slut, I'm a whore. I won't want to be anything more. Though I once dreamt of marriage, now I'm not so sure. Though I sometimes think it could be nice to settle down, get married, and give birth twice. But then I realise I have thoughts inside which I'm suppressing and hiding. Like that there are a billion trillion dicks out there which I should be riding. I find too much time with one man's company, he turns into a bore. I'm much happier with 2 or 3, or sometimes I'll have 4. My mother says, darling, look at you, you're gorgeous. It can't be hard for you to find love. Yet when I ask a man to stay, he says he only loves my muff. My mother says, darling, you've shamed the family. People look at you like muck. This kind of behaviour you really ought to chuck. But don't worry, darling, because you are in luck. That sweet boy you went to school with, he would surely love a formal union of 2 people, otherwise known as marriage. No, thank you, Mother. I'm actually far too busy to get married. I'm busy swiping men on Tinder. A viewer saying they're a dom. I think I'm quite submissive, but maybe I've got it wrong. 'Cause now I'm chained onto his bedpost and he's ripping off my thumb. And the bruising, thrashing nonsense, well, it's going on too long. I find too much time with this man's company. He's turned into a bore. But my mother still assures me, darling, one day you'll find one you adore. Thank you so much. That's all from me.
Oh, thank you so much, Angela Legg there. Brilliant stuff. Just such a beautiful voice, and it's really quite touching. Beautiful, quite literally touching words coming in that coming as well. Well, that did take me by surprise in a very good way. Obviously, look, and loads of love for Angela there as well. Brilliant. That was very, very. I'm no prude, believe me. No, that was beautiful. Beautiful voice. Oh, great. So really did make me chuckle, that one. Fantastic. Look, I think we keep the energy going from there before I start wittering on about anything again. Yes, this is welcome again, I should say. You're meant to do professional stuff like this, aren't I? Look, welcome to the new online UK Comedian of the Year competition with me, Kev Rook, in association with, as you can see on the screen, various places. There you go. In association, although we put a big banner over it now, that was a bit silly, Kane, since we've got it written down here to do this and everything as well, with the amazing Joke Pit, who support loads of the stuff that we do, you know, thanks to our sponsors and all the rest of it, you know, get the serious bit out there. That's very important to do. But no, they are brilliant. Kane and his team. Kane's like our god that we look up to. He knows if we don't mention him that, you know, the love is still there. You don't, they want you to talk about Jesus all the time. They probably do. Not that I'm saying that Kane is Jesus or that Kane has ever suggested that I should treat him in such a way as well. But jokepit.com for all your comedy needs, basically adapting during these weird and wonderful times to putting on amazing live shows. So many live online stream shows all over the place. Loads of different acts, big famous ones down to like new act stuff like this as well. They do fantastic stuff, and they're when the world's a bit more normal, supporting all of us out there, gigging and selling tickets and all the rest of it as well. I recommend that you check it out. That's what I would do if I were you. Jokepit.com. You need a slogan. There is a text me a slogan, Kane. I'll do the slogan bit on the next point. Brilliant start to the show, though. Thank you so much to all the acts that have been on so far. We've had so handy. That's running along the bottom. Joseph, Lorne, and we just had Angela as well. Let's go to act number 4, I think, without further ado. If you can start the applause wherever you are, on your sofas, in your cars, McDonald's drive-through, wherever you might be watching this right now, start the applause, bib your horns, thrash your lights. That's how we say thank you these days and show that we're finding something funny, isn't it? Mainly in car parks. Different story, different show. Please welcome to stage the amazing Chelsea Birkby.
Hi everyone, I'm Chelsea. I've had such a good day. I went to Crazy Golf.
Okay, so I have stopped being able to hear Chelsea because there's a little line, Chelsea, through the microphone on your screen. So it might mean that you've accidentally... Are you there? You back? Talk now. Let's see. I'm not hearing you still, Chelsea, I'm afraid. I don't know. Maybe other people can, and we're just talking over each other now. This is awkward, isn't it? This is how most of my relationships go, to be honest with you. Just both talking. None of us able to hear the other or respond. I can't hear you. Alex, can you, because I can see you, can you hear Chelsea? Give me a thumbs up if you can. No, he can't. A thumbs down, even. Okay, what we'll do, Chelsea, do you want to... people saying we can't hear her. So it's real. They can't. It's not just me and my tech. What we'll do, Chelsea, don't stress. This is what happens to me every single week. Chelsea, let's let Chelsea drop out for a second, I think. Have a little go, Chelsea. Exit stage left and come back like properly. Close it down, come back in. That might be your way forward to see if it's working or not. And we won't hang around and wait for it. That would be awkward and that would be unfair. If our next act is ready, and he is perfect. He's always ready, this guy. That's what they say. Harry, born ready Miles. Born Ready Mars, that's what they call him. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Again, please welcome to the stage. I don't know what side they're meant to come on. Please, though, put your hands together. Go wild, go crazy for the fantastic Mr. Harry Miles.
Thank you. Yeah, good to be here. So my girlfriend and I got cute little computer game nicknames for each other. I call her Pikachu because she's always talking about herself. She calls me Luigi because I wasn't her first choice. Still, better than the nickname my parents gave me. They called me Scrappy Doo because the show was great before I came along. Oh yeah, my parents were weird, really weird. They raised me Jehovah's. They were atheists themselves. They just hated their neighbours. Oh, before I continue, I should actually point out she's no longer my girlfriend, it's fiance. Yes, just before lockdown, we went on holiday to County Down in Northern Ireland, which I always thought was the show Carol Vorderman got fired from. Took the plane over, of course, and not allowed to bring any liquids on. I was 2 steps ahead of them. I froze my wine bottles beforehand. Delicious Pinot Grigio ice volleys. First night, too drunk to pop the question. Second night, proposed. She said yes. And here we are, living happily ever after since. Apart from all the arguments about the wedding. Oh, I'll give you an example. So the other day, I said to her, Jenny, I think it's insensitive that you want flowers and chocolates on all the wedding tables when you know I have hay fever and diabetes. She countered with, well, you know what I find insensitive? That you deliberately wanted to get married on September the 11th just to make it easier to remember our anniversary. She might have had a point there. But I think it was all the lockdown stress that led to a lot of these arguments. It's been a weird period. I mean, some people have learned new languages, new skills, new instruments. all I did was join a wine and cheese club online. I think I'm quite suited to it though. I don't know much about wine, but I consider myself a culinary expert. In fact, in many ways, I'm the next Jamie Oliver, because kids get really uncomfortable when they see me in the school cafeteria. But with most wine and cheese clubs, there's the usual banter. Oh, I like my wine like I like my women. So cliche, but accurate, because women are a lot like wine. I mean, you can pick them up at Lidl. Well, that's about all I know. But there is one thing about the wine and cheese club that really grates me. It's the accents. People just flutter in between their normal one and then a posh fancy foreign one to pronounce the products. It's weird. You'll have someone going like, oh, all right, my loves, today we're going to be trying a nice bit of red Leicester with a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's so jarring, right? Are you telling me this French wine and cheese club's going, Garçon, garçon, nous voulons un boîte de coton avec le Wensleydale cheese. S'il vous plaît. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Mate, I was being stupid. I thank you very much. Thank you, Harry, for jumping in there as well, mate. You see, if this was a gig, it'd be awful, wouldn't it? Chelsea would have suffered a fate of not being able to talk on stage. We'd probably be taking it far more seriously than we're taking it here. Just a little technical glitch. Probably be medics involved, stretchers, all sorts of things. I'd imagine we wouldn't go, oh, just bring the next one on. We'll see if she can talk again when she's done. Some accents there for the LA producers. If you are watching, if you followed that link, hi, I'm Kev Rook. Loads of accents I can do, like right, mate, like geezer. You know, if you need like British, because Vinny made it big out there, didn't he? He did all right for a while. So if you need like a geezer type guy, I can do that. I can probably do American. Oh, that was nearly Bugs Bunny. Was it? Well, you probably don't need that. Oh God, it's pressure, isn't it? It's hard doing these auditions. I'll work on that. I'll work on that during the next act. I promise you. If you're watching big Hollywood producers, I'm your man. You know, if you need like a Hugh Grant type thing, I reckon I'd be really good. Look, I can wear shirts like this, can't I? I can get my hair cut, catch COVID, and all the rest. Probably ideal. Probably just what you're looking for. Give me a call. Just do that. I think that we are going to try Chelsea again now. I can see that she's on screen. Let's give it a go, please. This is the first time this has ever happened. For the second time, it's like an encore. It's amazing. A round of applause. 2 rounds of applause as well. Beautiful. If you can please go wild, go crazy, stamp your feet. Not if you're in a flat, I don't want complaints. But please go wild, go crazy, and welcome to the stage, Chelsea Birkby.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you for the first time. As I was saying, I'm having a great day. I did some crazy golf. Well, I say crazy golf. Actually, it was just regular golf, but I've stopped taking my medication. I stopped taking my medication, which is a mood stabilizer, which I take for bipolar disorder, which I have, like, allegedly. I don't think I have it anymore, but my psychiatrist told me that was a classic sign. But I don't think I need it anymore because I've been going to a lot of psychotherapy, and I don't think people really understand what psychotherapy is. Like, a lot of people think it's just lying on a chaise longue while an Austrian man tells you you've got a boner for your mum because you dreamed about a fish. But it's just not like that anymore. You know, we have armchairs now. But all that stuff is like Freudian, and people think Freud is all of psychotherapy. And he's the guy that came up with the interesting stuff like the Oedipus complex and like penis envy and Freudian cunts. I meant slips. I meant Freudian slips. Sorry, I must have been thinking about cunts. I hope it's okay to say cunts. I've said it a few times, but psychotherapy is different to how it used to be. Like, in the old days, it used to be these like ink blot Rorschach tests where they'd show you these meaningless ink blots, and then they diagnose your neurosis based off the weird shit you see. And again, they don't do that anymore. But weirdly, in my session last week, my psychiatrist showed me these disgusting pictures of death, mutilation, and defecation, which, like, how is that going to help? But I I do think my psychiatrist is like, and my therapist are actually helping. I found them on Psychology Today, and it just said psychotherapists in your area, which made a difference from all those damned horny MILFs. And they are helping because I'm really trying to focus on being in the moment. And so I was doing some extra reading about it. I was listening to the audiobook for Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, and I thought I was really getting it. But then I realized perhaps I wasn't, because I was listening to it fast forwarded on 1.75 speed. Like, I want the power of now, like right now. But for anyone who also struggles with meditation, like, top tip, just you can get through loads more meditation if you do it while doing other things. So namaste. But I am really like getting on board with that kind of thing, because now I don't even like it when people ask where I live. So like, Kev, I'm glad you didn't bring it up, because when people ask me where I live, I say, you know, I live in the moment, and also Milton Keynes, which I don't like to say for obvious reasons. But I think therapy is different to what people think. People think it's all about that like hippie stuff or that Freudian stuff, but it's not. It's just having the courage to show up week after week. You know, it takes blood, sweat, and tears. Well, like, not blood. If blood is involved, they're probably not a licensed therapist, and you do have to look out for that. But it is different these days, because you can't just listen to the really weird shit people come up with when you show them pictures of penises, of completely normal penises. Thank you so much. If you liked me, I'm Chelsea Burke B. You can follow me on LinkedIn. Please like and cunts. Help. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night.
Great stuff. Brilliant. Glad we got you back, Chelsea. Brilliant round of applause there. Loved it. Using the medium to its fullest. Love that. Getting involved. Absolutely amazing. People, you've got people admitting to what their therapists say to them as well. Caitlin saying she loved the effects. Chris saying she's very funny. Jess again, she's been there. Amazing. Great stuff. Yeah, loved it. Superb. Thank you very much, Chelsea. Glad that we got you back on, and let's keep that good vibe going, shall we, guys? Let's keep the upbeat, and I'll come with a story that will lose all momentum. Maybe each axis. I hope I'm the one. I hope I'm the one Kev chooses to tell one of his stories before I have to go on, but I'm not, so I'm not going to do that for. Oh, I've nearly done it, haven't I? Let me see who is next, because that threw me. So we jump forward to Harry, and then we jump. Sorry, on the screen, professional LA producers. All right, I know what I'm doing with no one way around the camera. Don't you worry about that. Then we went back. Why am I so confused? To Harry. So it's number 6 now. There you go. He knows he's on. I just didn't. Please put your hands together, go wild, go crazy. As I keep saying, stamp your feet. I don't care if you've got flatmates or not. They'll go, what are you doing? You go, I'm watching this. So you can like write down the text and the link or something like that. And welcome to the stage, the amazing Mr. Alex Kitson.
Hey, yeah, thanks so much for having me on. I'm coming to you from Devon, from the countryside. I had to move back here during the lockdown because I wasn't getting on with my flatmates. Basically, we had to quarantine together. We didn't really get on. We got into quite a lot of arguments. Because they always used to like take the piss out of me for being from the countryside, or being a bit innocent, or doing things the countryside way. Like, and they used to piss at me for like Devon being inbred. And like that really annoys me, because like it is, and like so I can't say anything against it. Like, I mean, it's really bad around me, man. Like, when I was a kid, we used to have like a 3-legged race, and some of the kids did not need to partner up. Like, that's bad. But we used to get into arguments that I do things the countryside way, they do things like the city way, and they'd get annoyed at me. Like we got an argument. The first argument we got into was about like the toilet paper, where we put the toilet paper in the bathroom. Because I don't know whether we've got city people watching, we've got countryside people watching. When I'm down the toilet, I put the toilet paper sort of like behind me, like on the cistern. Yeah, and they came up to me one day like, oh, Alex, we just thought, we'd let you know that in this house, in the city, we actually put the toilet paper in the loo after we're done with it. Yeah, the bathroom stinks of shit. And I went, you are elitist snobs. Yeah. Good fun. Maybe I had to move out, so I'm back in Devon, back where I grew up, and I don't know if anybody else has sort of moved back during lockdown. I really feel like I'm regressing, like to when I was a kid again. Like it's bad. Like I'm arguing with my dad. Like I'm masturbating a lot. I'm breastfeeding. Like I don't think that's supposed to happen. And I don't know. I don't like being taking the mick out from in the countryside. Like it's because I got a little bit sort of teased at school. Got teased for a number of reasons. Like I got teased quite a bit for being quite overweight for it because I was for a time. And they gave me quite bad sort of body image and sort of stuff like that. Like I realized I had bad body image, right, when I saw like some abs, and I was like, oh, I want them, I want them, I want them, I want them. And then I realized they were on a horse. I don't know if you guys say in the chat if you've ever seen a horse, but they're fucking ripped, mate. I think every man secretly wants to be a horse. That's my theory. I think every man. Why wouldn't you want to be? Every man wants to be a horse. Like the horse got everything I want. It's got like sick abs, like awesome hair, like giant cock, like posh girls when I ride on the weekends. all the ketamine you want. Is my sound working? I need this out there. And you get to do it all wearing like a nose bag, full of your favorite snack. Like, tell me that's not the dream. That's the message I want to put out there. And I'm pretty sure that's my time. Cheers, guys. I'm Alex Kitson. Good night.
Great stuff, Alex. Nice and strong as well. Round of applause to you, mate. Brilliant. Really enjoyed that. And the is that a green screen? But probably not. Where it's from, that will probably be. That's a real barn. It's probably the kitchen, I'd imagine, beside the Arga. It looks like an Arga wall there. I would imagine. Brilliant stuff, though, Alex. Thank you very much, mate. Superb. Look, we're racing through them tonight, aren't we? Where are we up to? We're up to at number. Really? At number 7 already, guys. Wow. So this one and then the other 4 makes 5 to go. So look, I hope you're enjoying the show. Please do keep sharing and commenting and showing your love and everything as well. And as I said, if anything, you can laugh in the face of my redundancy by not donating money to Nodding Dog for that reason. I mean, if you really want to kick a man while he's down, donate for a completely different reason. You know, completely ignore the fact that my redundancy might have been a good reason for you to chip in a couple of quid. Don't, you know, if you want to spite me, I know that some people out there do like to spite me during this show, but by all means, donate for a completely different reason, and I'll be shaking my fist in your direction. I promise. Like that, I would imagine. Should we bring the next act on? I think we should. The next act is of course it is. And there was a little bit of concern that she was having some problems, and actually I'm not seeing her. Oh, it must be the rain. There's a lot of rain out there. I think that rain, internet coming together can cause some problems, as you'll know from watching my streams and everything before. So until we see her, we can't go to her, obviously. So I'm wondering if Katerina, if you're good to go, my friend, or could be in a minute or two. I've got loads of stuff I can enter. It's not hard, is it? It's stand-up stuff. I can do some talking for a couple of minutes, I'm sure. Do you want to give us the thumbs up, Kat, if you might be good to go? Okay, well, it's just me, guys. All right, well, I'll tell you, an ideal time for that Edinburgh hour, I think, that I never got around to do. All your comments as well. Let's have a look at some comments. I think that's probably safer. Jess was loving Chelsea Borkley, as we all were, with the special effects. Katerina, you ledge. Guys, I was just about to launch into the award-winning show. I was shake your fist in my direction. Just don't get it in my. I wouldn't do that, mate. I wouldn't do that. I'm not really as bitter and miserable as I suggest. Thank you, Katerina. Although, more of a shake. Never done this before in my life before tonight. That's what everyone at home's doing. They go, oh, the Kev's award-winning, soon to be, no doubt, award-winning festival show. We're going to have to wait again for that. Sorry, guys, you are. maybe later, if there's more technical problems, I can launch into that for you. But look, really looking forward to this next act. Only heard amazing things, read great things. No pressure, obviously. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'll leave it there. I won't say anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, start the round of applause. You've been a great audience, has to be said. You're absolutely amazing tonight. Keep that going, please. Now, for your next act, as we welcome to the stage the marvelous, I don't think I said marvelous yet, Katerina Robinson.
Hello guys, how are we doing? So I'm going to be honest with you, I do have a serious illness. You've heard about it in the news, you all know what it is. I have got depression. Now, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's basically when you're depressed due to the lack of dick you've had. Because the year started good for me. Like, I had a boyfriend, I was thinking new decade, new dick. I mean, it was great because being single, it got a bit boring. Like, sometimes I used to lie in bed and hit myself with a pillow and be like, baby, stop, I'm tired. But it hasn't been a fantastic year. I ain't been getting any lockdown and cockdown. The other day, this really good-looking DHL driver arrived at my door, and he looked at me and I looked at him, and he was like, "Can I get a photo?" And I was like, "Oh, what, of me? Okay, well, you know, if you insist." And he was like, "No, I meant of the package." And I was like, "Oh, well, no worries." And I'm telling you, that is the most action I've had all year, because this time last year, I was on a beach in Cyprus, frolicking with a Greek lifeguard, which actually reminds me, my thoughts are with you, Chrysos, wherever you are. I mean, it must have been a difficult couple of months without us female tourists to take up the beach. I'm thinking of you, I am. So as you can imagine, guys, I am single. I know, it's shocking. And I thought I would share with you some of my personal favourite chat lines that I have received on dating apps. So here we go. Is your arse a ventilator? Because it's giving me life right now. And I was like, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it fucking is, okay? And then recently, a guy said to me, are you a New Year's resolution? Because I plan on doing you for the first few weeks of January and then forgetting about you for the rest of 2020. True story, that one, true story. And then one of my personal favourites, a guy said to me, babe, forget Netflix and chill, I want to IMAX and climax you. And I'm not going to lie, that sounds like a pretty incredible cinematic experience, doesn't it? Like, I'm game, I'm up for that. And then recently, on dating apps, I've been getting sent a few dick pics. I don't really understand why men send dick pics, because I was chatting to this guy, we were having a fairly standard conversation, and he sent me not one, but 3 pictures of his dick, and all the same, from different angles. So, you know when someone goes to prison and they have to do their mugshot? That's what I got. I got the mugshot of his dick. I got the full-on portfolio. It was like Instagram, but dickogram. Anyway, guys, I think that's been my time, and stay home and stay horny. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katerina. Superb, brilliant set once again. I love it. This is, you know, a lot has to be said for our acts that come into this. It's a really different environment. It really doesn't matter, because we get this when we have really mega experienced acts that we're doing stuff online with as well. It's weird. It can throw you. I've heard some massive names, I won't say who they are, saying how nervous they are about doing this kind of thing as well. But everyone tonight, round of applause to all the acts so far, because it is just really about that throwing yourself into it, committing to it, as all of them have. And it's been a brilliant show once again. And once again, I am not jealous of our judges whatsoever with the difficult decision that they're going to have. Luckily, though, made a little bit easier by the fact that I didn't start my show, which has a brilliant start, it has to be said. Maybe jokepit.com and Kane one time will want to let me do my hour show on here. Can you imagine an hour of me in my lounge and no acts to interrupt what I'm doing? I know, it sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Let me see. Have we got Alex on? I can see Alex with a thumbs up as well, looking groovy. Happy as someone who's just got their internet to start working again. And I know that feeling too well. And a lot of you do as well from watching the previous 3 heats, all the troubles I've had. Look, that makes it a bit more stressful, doesn't it? A bit gutted because we nearly earlier had, and I was getting so excited about this, our first ever occasion where we would have had 2 people called Alex in a row on the show. And I mean, what a coup that would have been for us. Never mind, we can only hope that might happen again. Please, one day I could rig the lineups and probably put people called Alex in the same group, but that'd be again. He's up again. Oh, it's gone absolutely crazy. All right, look, shall we sorry, Alex. Shall we put at least I'm making. Am I through? Am I going to get through? Please, I'm so needy. I apologize. Look, please put your hands together. Go wild. I'm so glad it's working. Put your hands together. Go wild and crazy. I'm going to have a little lie down. 3 minutes. Something's happened during that last act. And welcome to stage the amazing Alex Stringer.
Hi, I'm Alex Stringer. Thank you so much for having me. So I've got quite inventive during lockdown. I've asked that all my Tinder matches send me their dick pics with a banana bread in the background for scale, because you've got to know what you're working with. It's important. But yeah, I was having sex with this guy on and off before lockdown, and he messaged me during lockdown and was like, I really want to see you, because like, who doesn't? And I was like, okay, but we both live at home with our parents because we're crashing it. I was 27 last Saturday. Yeah, thanks. But yeah, so he asked the question. He said, will you meet me at a Premier Inn in between our 2 houses, which is so romantic. And it was mad how he actually thought I would say yes. Like, oh, of course, like, you know, I'll come and have sex with you even though I still can't hug my granddad. Like, priorities, am I right? But yeah, fuck him. But yeah, it was funny. And I said to him, like, how would we be able to do this? Because we can't even touch each other. And he was like, no, it's fine. I just bang you from behind. And he said it with such confidence that even I, for a second, believed his dick was 2 meters long. I wish. That's not true. But yeah, it's funny. I amused him a little bit, and I was like, okay, but what would we do for foreplay if we can't touch? And he was like, we could dress up. And I said, okay, like what? And he said, and I shit you not, he genuinely said, doctors and nurses during a pandemic, like, which is such a boner killer. Like, I felt like saying to him, mate, I can't even trust you to bring a condom, let alone PPE. Like, are you fucking joking? But he is cute, though. He is cute. He says to me, I love your curves because it's got more to hold on to. And then he grabbed this curve, which is so cute. He's so cute. He looked so cute in that casket. Fuck him. But yeah, I know, I'm very aware that the fact that I don't have, I say I hate my chin, but I actually don't like my neck because I don't have a discernible neck. It's like my neck just took a lifetime off. By the way, the neck is the body part that men choose to or not to kill you by, just in case you were unaware. But yeah, the one perk I would say is about having no chin. Chin to clavicle very quickly means that if any partner of mine is going down south, and I mean sexually, not a work trip to Cornwall, then they get from A to B very quickly. Because they're not having to wait around angles. It's literally just like a black diamond ski slope very quickly, lips to lips. Too far? Okay, cool. Good to know. My name is Alex Stringer. Thank you. I'll leave it there.
Great stuff. Thank you very much, Alex. Again, really glad. Comedy gods trying to work against us this evening, but we will not be beaten. This pandemic will not bring us down with, but I don't think the internet is pandemic related. But no, fantastic stuff. Thank you very much, Alex. Again, superb. So many. This is a problem, isn't it? I need to do like a show for older comics. So, like, you can only do it if you've been doing it for over a number of years. Just all these young people talking about sex, and what have I talked about tonight? Shaking my fist, getting my hair cut, and being made redundant. The joys. Yes, correct, Felix. Nice job, Alex. That is correct. Nick as well. Go, Alex. Lizzie Nom, just saying your name. Just saying your name, Alex. You just said Alex Stringer. Nathan there. And, you're lucky I didn't spot that before you bugger. See, look at me slamming the hecklers there. That's why you should book me. LA producers as well. That was my angry, if you needed to see that. So asking if I was getting a bit stuck for material, were you, Nathan? You're wondering if maybe I'm struggling a bit for material. No, there's loads. I'm just not trying to overshadow newer acts and stuff. I'm not here. It's not about me, is it? That's not why I'm doing this. It's not about me. It's to support new comedy, and that's what we like doing. And if you want to help us, I'm going to do this for a bit now. If you'd like to help us support, continue to support new acts and do the live shows and the other stuff and the internety things that we like to do, and the podcasts and a bit of the go this side now, keep you on your toes, and the radio bits. Look, says it on screen. If you want to help us feed the dog, and one day you'll be allowed to feed the dog when you've paid enough money, and I can, because there isn't one, and I can buy one, and then I'll be absolutely gutted because I just bought a dog with all the donation money and not used it on the show, and then we'll have to do this all over again next year. But look, you can help us feed the imaginary dog. Please do chuck us a couple of quid if you're enjoying the show. All of it gets ploughed back into shirts like this with pineapples on, to be honest with you. I know you'll regret donating. Maybe next week, bigger pineapples. I think that's what the people want, isn't it? Look, we are absolutely racing towards tonight's show. I'll go a bit further away, see how that... Oh, it all went a bit wobbly. We're racing through tonight's show, aren't we? Here we are, 9:30 as well. Beautiful. We have got 3 acts to go, and we're back in order now, as long as there's no more technical issues from anywhere. Hope there isn't. Let's... yeah, and I know where we are as well, because it's... Yeah, I know what's going on. Good. Okay. Right. Sorry. A bit of admin in my own head. Great time to do it, Kev, in the middle of a live show. There you go. Let's welcome, shall we? Go wild, go crazy. This chap was in our West Didsbury Comedy Festival as well. Now appearing here in the UK. Where next? Mike Pigskin. Where next? The European New Act of the Year competition, is it? World domination. Look, put your hands together. Go wild and crazy. Great chap. Please show your appreciation to Mike Pigskin.
Yes, Mike Pigskin, what's going on? New Comedian UK Online Championship 2020, what's going on? Let's do this thing. It's weird, isn't it? The internet. We're on the internet now. It's a bit strange, like, what's it made of? You know what I mean? Well, zeros and ones. Yeah, all right, no bad. But what are they made of? You know what I mean? Like, what is number? You know, like, what is number? I'm sure you want something a bit topical. You know, there's a lot of news stories going on at the moment. Or maybe you want my unique take on the human condition. But you know what? It's my fucking 3 minutes, all right? Not fucking yours. So what I want to talk about is my new obsession. Morag. What a fit name. Morag. Seriously. You can just feel it, can't you? Morag. It just works. It just works. Morag. Oh, Morag, you naughty little slut, Morag. You're such a bad girl, Morag. Sometimes when I am making love to my partner, I do accidentally moan out, Morag. And she's always like, what the fuck is that? Who the fuck is Morag? Are you fucking cheating on me with some fucking Morag cunt? I'm like, yeah. I am cheating on you with Morag. But it's just like a disembodied name. There's no like, I've never even met anyone called Morag. It's just a name. There's no woman attached to Morag. You know what I mean? It's just the name's enough. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm in like a gift shop, and you know, there's these like key rings with different names on them. If I ever see Morag, oh, fuck that key ring. Just 100% of the time. The little metallic ring, fuck it, every time. But it's no replacement for the actual name. You know what I mean? Just being able to fuck the name would just be, I'd probably fuck the A-hole, and I'd probably be fingering the O-hole and the G-hole. I might have the cheeky R stuck up my ass. And I was going to say I'd be performing cunnilingus on the M, but then I thought it's probably taking it too far. And then I thought again, you probably already taken it too far. So that's basically it, really. Fucking Morag, fucking fine. Thank you, guys. By the way, Noel Edmonds is dead as well. He's been replaced. Google it. Fucking Google it. The info is at your fingertips. Fucking Google it. No point.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Pigskin. You never know quite what to expect with a bit of Mike Pigskin. That's what I've come to expect. So maybe I have learnt what to expect with Mike, and that is to not know what to expect. So nailed that, haven't I? Thank you very much, Mike. Great stuff. And there were some comments there, but I've gone off to a different screen. Yes, Karina, I believe that's your partner, Mike, saying Mike plus Morag equals love. That's true. We had a woo as well from Susie there as well. And then some stuff that just shows the squares. So for all I know, that it could be something offensive, some kind of offensive emoji put up on. Do they make offensive? They shouldn't really. It's just aiding online bullying. Why would you make not nice ones? Only not like a... Okay, you don't read out every comment as well. Oh, just put it up on the screen, Kane. Why don't you? Thanks, mate. Yes, only one not like a podcast. Exactly, Susie Dole. Superb. Look, we are just 2 acts away from the end of Heat 4. Can you believe it? And coming up next week... Heat 5, I know. Who'd have thought, hey, but it is Heat 5 and 6, then a couple of weeks off, then the grand final, September 20th September 2020. I get confused. There's too many 20s in there. That was a daft date for me to put it on. September the 20th, the grand final. That you can subscribe to at Nodding Dog Comedy, and then you'll learn all about all our live stuff, like real outdoor gigs, all the amazing online stuff that we're doing as well. The podcast, yeah, I keep going on about it. I think you're clever, Kev, because you're a white guy of a podcast. What? There's more? I thought it was really original. I thought I was the only one. Never mind. But look, yeah, you can support us on there. And of course, you can follow jokepit.com for all your comedy needs. They have got it bookended. That's not a good slogan. We need to come up with better, Kane. Come on, help me out, mate. Look, with 2 acts to go. Just keep being as wonderful as you have been. Loads of love for this next act coming through on screen. Just check that they are actually next. Yes, they are coming through on screen already, which is beautiful to see. So sit back, relax, but not too much. So sit back, relax, and enjoy and laugh and clap and get into the mighty Matt McCann.
Hi guys, great to be here tonight. Usually before I start, I'd ask everyone to turn off your electronic devices, but please don't do that tonight or you might not be able to hear me. Restaurants are back open now, it's great, you know. The other night I went out for a steak and they came over and said, how do you want it cooked? I said, fucking toasty machine. And I'll know if you've done it or not, because it should have those little triangles on it. There's some salad as well. And he said, do you want some balsamic vinegar? I said, look, mate, I don't care what religion it is. Now, if you're in a restaurant, right, and you're eating soup, don't wear a white shirt. Because people might think that you're the chef. Now, one of my favourite dishes is carbonara. And it's quite interesting how carbonara was invented. So there was an Italian woman And what she did, she just took the few ingredients she had left in her house, cooked up a little dish, and there you go, that's carbonara. But now, could you imagine if the only ingredient she had left in her house was a banana and some curry sauce? Carbonara would taste like shit. Now, people are always talking about how bad hospital food is, right? But what no one talks about is how bad hospital drinks are. I mean, have you ever had that big bag of tomato juice? People always complain about the wait times as well. Like, so much for being a patient. One thing I really don't like though is x-rays. Like, those things go right through me. Now, I'll tell you a bit about myself. My name's Matt McCann. Been doing stand-up comedy now for about 2 minutes. And I was supposed to go to a funeral last Sunday, but didn't want to go. So I just called up and said, my grandma's not dead. Do you think there's owls that get up early, that call themselves morning people? I like owls, mate. Owls are really cool. The cool thing about owls is that they can turn the head all the way around. But the bad thing about owls is if you turn the head too many times, it screws off like a lid. Now, I started watching the news. Season 1. Taking me fucking ages. Now, a lot of people don't like online message boards, but I'm for them. Now, I don't know why they bother making residential roads 20 only, because no one listens. I mean, I've been driving on them since I was 17. Now, there's been a lot of armed robberies near me recently. There was one of them where a guy walked in, he was like, put the money in the bag. I went, okay, that'll be an extra 5p. All right, thanks for listening, everyone. That's me, bye.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Matt McCann there. Lovely stuff. Very much enjoyed the forum line. That was a nice one, wasn't it? That was beautiful. And we have just one act to go as well before our special. Look, some love there coming through for Matt. Dan and Win there. Yes, Matt. Dana DP. I don't know what they are. Matt absolutely killing it. From CO Win. So Lynn Lorraine. You're so funny, Lynn Lorraine. A big fan of the show. I like to think a fan of mine. Big fan of the show, I think. And the patient and the hospital. Yeah, there you go. Loads of love for Matt. You see how great that is when you get involved, and keep that going as well for our final act of the evening. And then it's time for our judges to deliberate and regurgitate and whatever else judges do from their secret bunkers to work out the 2 acts that are going through from this evening. And I'm glad I'm not involved in that, because that's not going to be any easy task, is it? Please do let us know in the comments after this next act has been on, who your favorite has been. That would be great. So look for well, not for the last time, because I probably will ask you to welcome our special guests to the show. It'd be a bit rude not to, wouldn't it? But for the last time of the acts this evening, if you would, from Northern, the Midlands, Scotland, Wales, London, LA producer. Hey, just message me, drop into my DMs. Is that what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Please do though. Go wild, go crazy, and welcome to the stage, the final act of the evening. It is Sarah Roberts.
Hello. Hi, I'm Sarah. If you're trying to work out where you think you might recognise me from, it's probably because I sent you an unassisted nude during lockdown. You're welcome. Apparently Shakespeare wrote King Lear in quarantine. I spent it photographing every part of my body to remind myself I exist. I also spent a lot of it on dating apps because I'm looking for somebody to isolate with. Turns out that unprecedented is not the funnest time to be single. But what I've learned from dating apps, surprisingly, is that men go fishing a lot more than I thought. I do have to say, as a general rule of thumb, that we are in the wrong period of evolution for it to be useful for me to know that you can catch a fish. In 2020, all I need to know is that you have a plan for the apocalypse and a Nando's black card. So I've been on dating apps, mostly on Hinge. I used to be on Tinder as well, but then I realized that Tinder was kind of like the Just Eat of dating apps. Like there are a lot of different options on there, but you don't really want any of them. On Hinge, the only issue is that it could be argued that there are like maybe slightly too few options. Only because me and all of my single friends, we keep matching with the same people. And that's a little bit of a problem because I went to a girls' school. And what that means is that I would lay down my own life for my girlfriends, but I would also throttle them for dick. And that's not my fault. If anything, that is my parents' fault. If you want some context for just how dick-starved I was as a teenager, when you were all getting fingered, I was making the sim version of myself have sex with the sim version of my cousin because he was the only boy that I knew. And so even now, having sex with men kind of feels like how I imagine being at the White House must feel for Melania Trump. Like you're so happy to be there that you don't even care that the man that you're there with is a psychopath. You know, I'm going to be honest, lockdown has put me in a little bit of a limbo. Hot take, but does anyone feel like everything's kind of uncertain right now? At the moment, I'm trying to find a boyfriend, a therapist, and a will to live. The only thing I do have is that I have actually 2 jobs at the moment. I am a clickbait writer by day and a cam girl by night. I don't know whether I feel like more empowered when I'm hunched over my computer writing slander about Meghan Markle, or when I'm hunched over my computer pretending to finger myself while a man who's been taking coke alone on his barge for the last 72 hours asked me to describe what I'd like to do to his balls. My best tip, though, for anyone who is thinking of starting camming is to just always describe the exact opposite of what you'd like to do to their balls. So, for example, the last place that I would like Anal Destroyer 69's balls is in my mouth, but that is always the right answer. So I'm using the money that I make traumatizing myself camming to pay for some therapy. The only problem with therapy is that I'm a little bit worried about getting too mentally well. I'm basically scared of becoming Canada because I like to think of Canada as just America after therapy. Canada is basically the friend who you thought was really fun and just had like a few little issues. And then when she got therapy, you realized she was actually really boring and it was all the guns and the toxic stuff that were her personality. Basically, all that I want from my therapist is to get to a point where my ex-boyfriends say I'm crazy and I can confidently just call it misogyny instead of being like, yeah, fair enough. Thank you. That's me done.
We'll just keep you on screen a bit longer, Sarah, to make you feel uncomfortable at the end. No, not at all. Brilliant stuff. What an amazing end to tonight's show. Thank you very much, Sarah. Some lovely, lovely stuff then. As all of our acts have displayed this evening, a massive round of applause for all of them, if you will. Not an easy thing to do, just coming on here and talking down that lens and delivering. We might not have done many gigs at all. They certainly haven't done any for a good few months as well. So superb. Thank you so much. And let's run through all of our acts this evening, shall we? Just to help our judges as well, who will be at some point coming in my ear to tell me who is the top 2 this evening. Very exciting stuff. We had Joseph Mulvihill, we had Laura McCormack, we had Angela Legg, we had Chelsea Birkby, Harry Mars, Alex Kitson, nearly 2 Alexes in a row, but the tech, one day. Alex Stringer was next, Katarina Robertson, Mike Pigskin, Matt McCann, and Sarah Roberts ending things for us there. Massive round of applause. Thank you so much for buying into this show, this crazy little idea of doing a new act competition in this way as well. Love you all dearly, and who knows, we will see a little bit later on, not too long from now, who those top acts are going through to the final in September. Great stuff. But we're now very delighted. I'm delighted. We are delighted. You're soon going to be delighted that we have a special guest with us this evening, who, by popular demand, is that the saying? I think it is. It's something like that. But huge popular demand of many people who watched last week's show, who were absolutely loving it. And by also Kate's just popped up. It said she was online exactly the same time that I was about to go on to secure this week's special guest. So it was meant to be. Kane, if you from jokepit.com, if you would continue the great work you've been doing, and do you want to pop the guys up on screen for us? We've got Kate there. We've got Ben. Hello, Ben. You all right? And we've got John as well. Hello, John. You're right there, mate.
Oh, John.
Oh,
dear
is that a
goodness.
duck?
How are you? Are you good?
It is a duck. Thank goodness for that. For a moment, I'm stood quite away from my screen. I did that, and my eyes aren't the best. I did have to come a little bit closer there just to make sure that. Yeah, there you go. There's his duck bill. How are you all, comedy sports guys? Are you okay?
Yeah, we're really good. Thank you.
I'm good.
We had a wonderful time last time you had us on, so it was all too irresistible to come back. As you can see,
Super.
I'm
Well,
not-
look, you enjoyed it so much. You had Nodding Dog Comedy tattooed on your face, I see.
I did indeed. But on my back it says Online UK Comedian of the Year.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you. You're really
You're
the
welcome.
commitment, guys. I love that. Look, last week you had. I apologise. I was exhausted last week, and you asked me for some words. You gave me an example. You said maybe you could say something like cat, and I think I said dog, or the other way round.
I
did. I wasn't the best stooge, was I? John.
Look, everything you gave us was gold.
Well, look, you didn't need to say that, but you did. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you need my assistance this evening? Do you need me tonight?
I'm afraid we will. So we're going to need you to.
I mean, oh, good. Yeah. Good. But am I muted? Is this still... No.
We're going to need you to put suggestions in the chat again, if you don't mind, and we'll harvest them in the chat. I will just announce what you type in there. That'll be fine. So, Kev, you were great last time, honestly. So whatever you throw in the chat's going to be good enough for us. I'll even give you a heads up. The first game we're going to play tonight, I'm going to need you to put maybe like 3 or 4 different problems in the chat. So it can be anything mundane, anything serious. It could be like I got up and I had an itchy butt. It can be anything like that.
Okay, don't say a suggestion because I'll just type it.
You'll just put that in.
I have to go. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Okay. So so I'm going to start now. So I don't know. You just ignore me if you just want to chat amongst yourselves.
Okay, cool. I will. I'll explain a little bit about what's going to happen. This is comedy sports, everybody. This is my face is still behind the Nodding Dog comedy thing. I love it. I feel like it's sponsored by like Mr. Yuck. Like, don't eat household poisons, kids. So essentially what you're about to see happen is improvisation. It's like Whose Line Is It Anyway style short form games we're going to have happen here. We are comedy sports and we play all ages. So we do our best to stay tidy.
I've absolutely nailed this.
Oh, God, I can't wait to read them.
Nailed this.
I can't wait to read them.
Thanks, John.
We're going to play a couple games for you today. We've got about 7 minutes to play a couple different improv games with you today. I'm primarily hosting the games, although I'm going to step in with 1 or 2. The first game we're going to play is called Blues. Sounds intriguing, right? Sorry, yeah, it does. I'm really intrigued. I was so intrigued I forgot how to talk. It's massively intriguing. This is how we're going to use your problems, you see. So the game of Blues, look how crazy my lockdown hair is, by the way, just really winging out there. You want to go and get your haircut where I did and get COVID from the guy breathing nose air in your face all the way through. Kev, I'm never leaving the house again. So this is what the people get. and this is what
Yeah.
they're going to have to get used to, is just the flying nun coming in on their screens. But what we're going to do is we're going to improvise some blues problems. So, blues typically done by people with really sensitive souls, except we're going to ruin it with our insensitive souls. We're going to take your problems and we're going to sing some blues verses about it. Now, I'm going to host with John and Ben. They're going to rhyme back and forth, improvise blues rhymes based on the problems that you have given us in the chat. And once one of them messes up, then I'll take their place. We're going to rotate in and out. We'll probably do a few rotations.
Shall I go? And then you might not have the logo right in your face as well.
Yeah, sure.
You don't
Okay,
need,
but
don't
I'll see
need
you
me on
later.
screen, do you?
That's cool, Kev. Oh, there I am. Okay. All right. So here we are. They both have sunglasses on. I'm going to run and get mine in a second because I feel like the odd duck out. All right. So let me go in the chat. I'm going to get a problem for you guys. We're going to improvise these. These are great. Kev is absolutely right. He did great. Okay. This middle one is a major one. Kev's problem is lost child in the grocery market. So lost a child in the grocery market. Now, Ben and John are going to rhyme back and forth. If they fall off the rhyme, if they don't have a fresh rhyme, if they repeat, if it doesn't make sense, I'm going to call them out and then I'll step in and take the next round. Okay, so John, are you ready? You're going to start this round of blues.
Yeah.
Okay, and off you go.
I woke up this morning in the supermarket. I'd lost my child.
And I thought, not Tesco. Man, that's so wild.
So I went to the dairy aisle, and the cheddar was mild.
And on top of it, the milk was piled.
So I went for a walk where the grass was, for a walk in a field.
No! That doesn't rhyme with your creative pronunciation of field. John, go back to the chat and get us another round, and I will step in as the next blues performer.
So Kate and Ben are now going to do one, and I'm going to dip into the chat here and see a suggestion. Have you got a suggestion, Kev, that you can type into the chat?
There should be a few that are typed in the same sentence, I think.
Oh, hang on, I'm in that. Yes, I've got one. Okay. A missing jigsaw piece is your suggestion. And Ben to start. You ready, Ben?
Yep.
Off you go.
I woke up this morning. I was missing a piece.
I said to my sister, give me that sheath.
And it's all in our house. Will this affect our release?
I accused my roommate. I said, I know what you done, Keith.
And I looked over and I saw my niece.
And then I went to tan my legs. I was out on a beef.
A what?
No. No, a beef is not a business. No. Sorry.
Beef, but if it's a beach on Ibiza, then it might be a beef.
Yeah.
If it's in Spain.
That
That's
you
true.
you know you're wrong. You know you're out.
I know I did wrong. All right, so it's going to be John and Ben again, and we're going to use the problem, I ran out of milk. So, John, you're going to start this one, and off you go.
I went to the supermarket. They'd run out of milk.
And I thought, man, that felt really ill.
So I went to another shop and bought me some pilk.
You know what? Here's the problem. Here's the problem. There were a lot of rhymes that John could have used there to set that up. I don't know, like dairy or, I was of milk, I was out.
I could have made that a lot easier.
He used the word milk, and that's where the problem was. I'll tell you what, Kev, in fact, I have a challenge for the three of us, and we'll all play this. It's going to go me, Ben, John, and then when the game is over, it's over once one of us messes it up. Okay, and the problem is I chose the wrong rhyme, okay? And I'll start, so it's me, Ben, John. Okay. I woke up this morning. I chose the wrong rhyme.
And I tried to find one, but I ran out of time.
Then I thought of a clever word. The word sublime.
Then I turned on revenge. It ain't no Shonda Rhimes.
I thought, I'm thirsty. Let me get me some lime.
And watch Felicity Kendall in Rosemary and Thyme.
I'm a real go-getter. A ladder I climb.
And then I went somewhere and I committed crime.
And I ran down the... I was dressed as a mime.
The cops were after me. The bells did chime.
And then I went and stole some more slime.
But the police caught up with me. And then I was doing time.
And I am out. I got nothing left. So well done, team. All right. That was
We
all
pulled
the
that
problems
one
we could
round
think
after
of.
the milk suggestion.
You know what? It went a lot longer. Nice. I wish I had the glasses on as well. I can't get my face to stay in frame. I'm just gonna like kneel on the floor. This is what happens when you use an iPad. Okay. So I'm kneeling on my kitchen floor so I can be in frame, guys.
Hooray.
Dedication.
That's where, and also I can't find my lens. So what we're gonna do now, professionals, we're gonna play a scene game. Kev, from you in the chat, I need you to just tell me what your favorite fairy tale is. It can be a fairy tale or film. So whatever your favorite fairy tale or film is, what we're gonna do is we're gonna improvise a 1 minute long version of it. I'm gonna go over there and see if you've typed it in yet. And I'm gonna set my timer as well because we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this retelling of the story in only a minute, like I said, which is damned impressive. Okay, so Kev has chosen an unusual one. I'm very impressed. The story of Rapunzel. Okay, so Ben and John, you are going to tell the story of Rapunzel in 1 minute. This is the game of countdown. I'll explain more as we go on. You've got 1 minute to tell the story. Off you go.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down that sweet hair.
Oh my goodness, it's the prince, of course.
Ah, I see. Now to climb.
Ow, you're really hurting me. Stop that. That's
I knew
cruelty.
that course would come in handy someday.
I'll pull you into... Oh. There you are, my love. I have not seen you in a fortnight.
Wow, I've never seen you. I didn't expect Rapunzel to have a beard.
Well, you've never seen me this close because you look at me from the bottom of the tower.
You raise a valid point. So there's really no door?
No, you're here now. Now we need to make good on all of those soliloquies you've been singing to me for the last month.
Yeah, I mean, do you just want to get married?
The idea now.
And scene. Do you just want to get married is the last line. Okay, now here's the thing. That was a decent scene. A 1 minute telling of Rapunzel is what we signed up for. But I feel it kind of dragged a little bit, you guys. Like it was a little slow in places. So I'm going to challenge you to do that scene in 30 seconds. Only 30 seconds. And off you go.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Here you go.
Ah, I knew that go ape course would come in handy.
Help, you're hurting me. That's pulling my hair. Oh.
Wow, so there's really no door?
No, there's no door.
Wow, Rapunzel, you've got a beard.
I have got a beard. You hadn't noticed that before when you were down this looking at me from the bottom of the tower?
I've never seen you like this.
I've never seen you at all.
Shall we just get married?
And scene. All right, that was just 30 seconds. Now look, that was an improvement, but the budgetary office just called and we can only afford right now 15 seconds of airtime. So I'd like to see that again, but trim it down to 15 seconds, guys. Okay, and here we go.
Ah, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Here it is. There. Oh. Ow, you're hurting me. My hair's really... Oh, you're having second thoughts now, are you? I've got a beard.
You have got a beard. I've never seen that.
Where's the door?
Should we just get married?
And scene. Okay. Look, I appreciate you guys have been taking the notes this whole time. It's been really, really good. But we're going on Quibi instead of Netflix, which is a very short form entertainment streaming service. And
Okay.
they're giving us a 3-second slot.
Oh, okay.
You've got 3 seconds to tell everything that you need to do. I hope you have the hustle within you. Are you ready?
Yes.
And go.
Marry me, long-haired bearded lady.
And scene. And that is the game of Countdown. And we have been Comedy Sports. I hope the judges are now done with their tallying. We have been a distraction while that's been happening. We are doing shows during the free festival. You can find our schedule over at comedysports.co.uk. Comedy Sports is spelled with a Z instead of an S. So comedysports.co.uk, you can find us over there. And we'll see you later at the after party if people are attending. Good luck, contestants. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you very much, guys. Brilliant stuff. Thank you. Thanks, John. You're the last one on there, mate. Well, John wins. That means John won. Well done, John. No, brilliant. Thank you very much, Comedy Sports, again, for stepping in, doing a fantastic job. And you're right, helping out while the judges were deliberating. And I'm pleased to say that they have communicated with me via the speech, really, in microphones and down phones and stuff like that. Again, though, it's got to be said, almost impossible decision for them this evening. They picked out, and it'd be unfair maybe of me to say here, but I'll let the acts know who they had several, basically, who they were deliberating between, which made it most difficult for them. Yeah, there was a top 5, and how do you pick 2 from a top 5 and make sure you made the right decision? As I said, glad it's not my job. There is a wild card position up for grabs, though, once we get to all the end of the heats. Only one. I know it's absolutely ridiculous. What idiot came up with this format for a show? I apologize already to all the acts that won't go through this evening. Genuinely, some top talent, as other acts will know from previous stuff we've done. There'll be gigs. There's other stuff that we do as well. So we do, support all these. I feel so bad. I'm whittering on because I'm nervous. I hate this bit, to be honest with you. I love making two people happy. I don't enjoy upsetting the other 9. So apologies. But should I get on with it? Drum roll. Thank you, Nathan. I don't think your comment about my Edinburgh show didn't slip through without it being spotted, Nathan. I did spot that. Thank you very much for that. Cheers, mate. But no, drum roll now, please. We need I keep saying every week, probably can't hear that, a little drum roll, don't we? The first act through this evening, judge's decision was Chelsea Birkby. Chelsea is the first act through. Congratulations. Superb stuff. They really enjoyed the fact that she was using a bit of tech there, really playing with the whole online kind of aspect of things and having some fun with that. So that was amazing. And now, second act through this evening. Don't blame me. Judge's decision was, I did really enjoy it. It has to be said, as I enjoyed many, but I did really enjoy this set. With the stone wall in the background, it was Alex Kitson was our second act to go through this evening. So congratulations to Chelsea and to Alex Kitson. Thank you very much, both of you. We will see you in the final on September the 20th. As I said, guys, this is where I feel absolutely awful for all the other acts who have done so. Thanks, Mum. That's my mum saying congratulations to those acts. It's really, Kane, I've told you, mate. Stop. We'll have a chat afterwards about too late. You're taking it down, mate, but they saw it, didn't they? It's too late. Never mind. Thank you. Look, to everyone, there's been absolutely tons and tons of you online joining in this evening, commenting, sharing, chucking some money in our donation box in our direction as well, which is really kind of you. All joking aside, it does really help us out. Keep putting this stuff on, keep doing the live stuff and the other new act bits that we do as well, just so we can keep supporting new acts and new comedy, which is really important in these difficult times. The arts obviously have been struggling, so I don't say this too much, actually. Normally save this for the podcast on the radio and stuff. if you're going out for a drink, a sandwich, a croissant, a cup of tea, some biscuits, whatever it might be, if there's a music venue or a theatre or a comedy club near you, which may not have performances on, although they're very soon, aren't they? They are due to come very soon, and you have an option to dive into one of them, just to chuck some money in their direction and use their services, that would be fantastic. And obviously when the shows are up and running, again, as I said, as they are going to be really soon as well, please, yeah, get out there, start supporting live comedy, live theatre, everything else as well. But of course, keep loving us online as well. This is a brilliant experiment, a brilliant show that we've been doing, and it's only possible with all your love and support and watching and sharing and caring. And again, all the amazing acts that we've had on, not just this evening, but every week so far. Gutting that we can't put more people through to the final, but then it'd just go on forever, wouldn't it? It would. It has to be winners and losers, I guess. But look, thank you so much for tuning in again tonight to Nocky 2020. Hashtag that, get it shared. Chuck a couple of quid, as I said, in our direction if you can. We'll be back next week, 8:30 again for Heat 5. Look out for the live draw in the week. Just I won't go on about the stuff that we're doing now, the shows that we've got around the place. Just give at Nodding Dog Comedy a follow on Facebook, or at Nod Dog Comedy on Twitter. You'll find out all the stuff that we're up to. But we too are live and out there in a field, literally, near you quite soon. So you could come down and see us, and some amazing acts who we had recently. Russell Kane, Beefy Graffo, Dane Baptiste coming up this Thursday as well. Anyway, it's been an amazing show. You've been, I could tell, you've been a brilliant audience. Wherever you're watching this, you have, especially you were the best. If you're through, okay, you're through to the audience final. You especially, you were amazing. Congratulations to Chelsea and Alex Kitson for going through to our final. Thank you so much to all the other acts. You were brilliant. We'll see you again real soon. And obviously, thank you to Kane and especially jokepit.com for all your comedy needs and everything they do. Check them out online. Loads of shows and all your tickets for your live experiences as well. I've been Kev Rook. We'll see you again soon. Good night.